So what are three, Singapore uptrending stocks that you can also put in your watch list, to ride the upside even further? Hey guys, Joey here, top tier advisor in Philips Securities and chief trainer at Trading Impulse. So in today's video, I'll just share with you three stocks that have came into my watch list over the past few months, and there are some signs of a good uptrend starting to take shape. They were consolidating, but then buyers came back, and that's where they broke some of those key levels that I will share with you, and the uptrend kind of form up more firmly. So what are these three stocks? So do stick around all the way to the end of this video if you don't find out what these three stocks are and how do you actually position yourself with them. And I believe that you'll definitely find it useful. So go ahead to hit the like and the subscribe button as well. Give me a like, it will definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing this. So let's dive into the three stocks right now. So the first stock I'd like to share with you will be this company called Nanofirm. Right here, currently trading at about 6.12. So over the past few months, since beginning of the year 2021 to somewhere around May, it was actually moving sideways, and there was not much of a trend. It was just consolidating sideways from 460 to maybe about the 560. Look at this right here. It's 460 to 560, up, down, up, down. This is what we call a consolidation phase. But what happens was just recently, somewhere around June, we started to see it consolidated at a higher level, So from 460, it became about 520, and that's where we started to see the consolidation from 520 to 560 of a 40-cent range. Okay, so that's a sign of strength in terms of the consolidation. Instead of it going back down to the 460, buyers started to come back up higher, and they're prepared to buy at higher prices. So that's a sign of strength. And that's where it was consolidating. And over the past 1 to 2 weeks, we managed to break this 565.60. That level is key, All this while we were below 560. So when we really got out or got above that 560 level, that's a sign of strength. It shows that buyers are kind of prepared to take it higher to the next phase. So you kind of broke, consolidated above, So this 560 from a resistance, it turned to a support right here. Let me just zoom it in for you. You can see that this is where the 20 days moving average line is as well. It kind of provided a bit of support in terms of the short term, and prices is above this line, this green line, the 20 days moving average, and this line is pointing up. So in terms of the short term, it looks good. In terms of the mid term, because this stock has not been trading, for many years. It just started trading somewhere in November. You can see not much of the data. We only have a green line and a red line, which is the 100 days moving average. But based on these two lines, it's good enough. It can show that the trend is starting to form up. The green is above the red, and they are both pointing up. So that's a good sign of the uptrend starting to form up. And it came into my watch list because it was consolidating from 560 to about the $6. And yes, we managed to break this $6 level. It seems like we are kind of attempting to break this $6 level today. And that's where we can potentially draw a bit of upside targets all the way maybe from 6 to about that 650. I think that is where we can potentially hit to now. And anything above this $6, of course, it was 560 initially, As I said, this was a key level. 560 is a key level, but right now this 560 would be a support, and after that it will be $6. So anything above that 560 to $6, that is where we can see the uptrend really start to play out more firmly, towards the 650 or maybe even towards the $7. So this is Nanofirm, one of the stocks that you can also think about putting in your watch list to really ride the uptrend. It could just be at the beginning. As I say, we kind of just got above this resistance, level. So it could just be at the beginning of a more upside to come, So from the system that I have, so I actually have this system called 1GT, one good trend that kind of filters out stocks for us and also guides us on entry and exit. So we actually had a signal, this bullish signal right here recently on the 29th of June. So as I mentioned, it was consolidating from about 520 to 560. Look at this right here. This was the phase 520 to 560, and this was during this consolidation, so we had a bullish signal, and then eventually it broke that 560 and the upside started. So right now you can see there is a bullish signal here, and it started to move up, and there are still no exits, right? There's still no exits. I'm not too sure when it will come out, maybe like near $6.50 or $7. If we do see an exit there, that's where we want to think about getting out as well. But right now it's the fact that we had like a bullish signal, a most recent one, 29 June, and this is like a green bar, which is like a green bullish trend for now, all right, and there's no exit, right? So yeah, we'll see how it plays out over the next few weeks, and if you can take some profit as well. Okay, the next stock I'd like to share with you will be this company called Union Gas, right? Union Gas, I think I covered it in a video somewhere around the end of May, somewhere over here. Started to push up, right, from 80 over cents all the way to around the 120, and then we saw some heavy selling, which is normal, I mean, because people want to take some profit along the way as well. So we saw some heavy selling around the $1.20 level, came back down towards the $1 psychological support level. So this $1 was also like a bit of a resistance, a psychological resistance. So when we broke up there, you can see on these 2 days it went up to like $1 to 120 in like 2 days, and then sellers came back quite a bearish bar here, something like a bearish engulfing, or then it started to come back down right here, consolidated above $1, and we are back to the 120 level. So far I would say that this stock yeah, we might still consolidate from like $1 to 120. Right now it's about the 120 level. So yeah, that's where selling can come back again. But in terms of the trend, right, in terms of the longer term trend, I still think it looks quite okay, right? In terms of this like red line pointing up, this 100 days moving average pointing up, prices above. Look at this, the blue line is the 200 days moving average. So both of these two lines are pointing up, and we have seen quite a good, I would say, strong move and then a consolidation, which is healthy. All right, we don't want prices to just go up every single day. It's also okay to see some healthy consolidation before we push higher to the next phase. So I think if it does dip to maybe like 110 or $1 again, that can be a good sign, for you to kind of like load up again, to accumulate on dips, to get back in, right, to get back in again, right? But the thing is, I'm looking at this move, right, for a potential break above this level, and that would be the 120 level. Let me just shift this target up. That is key, right? This is key. So 120, there are currently a lot of sellers there. As I say right here, right, just about a month back, we saw sellers coming in as it approaches the 120 resistance level. So we might actually consolidate here, maybe from like 120, 116, 115, maybe a bit of a consolidation from 110 to 120. We might see this higher consolidation phase, and eventually, hopefully, we do break that 120 level. So that might be a kind of like a short-term, near-term consolidation, right? Not even back to $1, maybe like 110. I think buyers might start to come back up. This is where the 20 days moving average is. Look at this. This is the 20 days moving average, and so far prices have been like expecting, all right, this green line, this 20 days moving average, kind of like approach it, it can rebound, almost touching it, rebound, and this is where we are near it, which is around the $1.10 level. So yes, I think we do hit to near 110. Buyers might come back again. Of course, it's not as strong a support as the $1. All right, but yeah, I think 110 would be a temp support for now. All right, so we do like see some really good bullish actions above that 120. I think it might move quite fast all the way to like 130 to 140. That would be the next upside targets that can play out, right? So if you're still holding on to it, good. All right, maybe you want to leave some to see if you can break that 120 level and potentially start to take some profit from 130 to 140 as it starts to push out, right? So let's take a look at what it says on the system and if we had any bullish signal coming in again. Okay, so this is Union Gas, right, on the 1GT, the one good trend system that I have that kind of like guides us on entry and exit. So we had a couple of good bullish entry and exit signal over the past few months. I will not go too far, but I would say somewhere around Feb right here, we got like a bullish signal. I think I talked about it in the previous video. It was then about like 52, 53. It went up to about 70 cents, got an exit. So this white arrow pointing down is like an exit. It's not like a sell, right? It's like an exit. So that means you want to probably get out if you have got in on the bullish entry signal. So like one in, one out, right? So we got a bullish signal, went up a bit, and somewhere in May, all right, yeah, we got a bullish signal. I think I kind of like covered it in previous video. Somewhere around 17th of May, about like 80 cents, went up to here, about 105, we got an exit, and that's it, right? So we are pretty much consolidating, as I say, and we actually have like a new, right, 1GT. Look at this, a green arrow pointing up, 1GT bullish signal on the 7th of July, and there are still no exits. So yes, I'm not too sure, right? If we do break, as I say, if we do break the 120, all right, if we do break the 120 level, I think this signal will really start to play out fast, right? From 120, we might potentially push to like 130 or 140. that's where we can potentially see an exit, right? But right now we got like a new bullish signal, kind of like hinting towards a potential break of 120, but it's best we see that level 120, 121 really clear out fast, and that's where buyers might start to come back again, right, to ride the upside towards the next uptrending phase, right? So this is Union Gas right here on the 1GT system. So let's move on to the final counter I'd like to share with you, and this company is called iFast, right? So guys, if you like this video, go ahead to give me a thumbs up. It will definitely help out the channel. Yes, go ahead, do that, right? Click on the like button. Of course, subscribe to my channel if you still have not done so that you will not miss out on any videos like this, right? So this is iFast right here, also one of those really good, I would say, uptrending counters I've covered many times over the past few months this year. All right, and we are trading at about $9.28, right? So we were actually consolidating, right, since like June, from like $8 to $8.60, $8.70. You can see right here a bit of consolidation, but it was consolidating in a good uptrend. So that was actually good, some good signs of it, of kind of like entering again to load up, right, to prepare for the next move up. And yes, right, so it kind of like broke the $8.70 resistance level. You can see it kind of broke it a few days back. All right, even the $9 gave way as well, and we are at $9.28, right? So can the uptrend for this counter continue further? I would say that right now, this $9, so that $9 was a bit of a resistance level. It was actually red in color, and I've turned it to green in color. That would now be a good psychological support level, and that's where buyers might start to come back again as we were to near this new support at $9. So you can see over the past few days, we kind of like traded to a low of around $9.11. I think today the low was about $9.20, so not even $9.10, not even $9, but as it approaches at $9, I think buyers might start to come back up to bargain hunt, to get in on dips again. All right, and that's where it might rebound again, right, all the way to about that $9.50. So $9.50, a bit of a temp resistance level. You can see sellers coming in at the day end over the past few days, kind of like pushing prices back down, right? So that's where we are seeing some profit taking, which is normal. I mean, those who have got in, at like 8.10 or 8.20 or like somewhere around here, they want to take some profit as well. So they want to take some profit around the 9.50 here. So anything from like 9.50 to maybe like 9.60, we can potentially see a bit of profit taking. So you can also think about getting out there, but or also think about probably let it push up a bit more to around the $10. So $10 would be another resistance level. That level would be key. I think that level would be one whereby we might see some selling coming back in again, right? So this is iFast. We might consolidate here from like $9 to $10, all right, over the next few weeks, all right, and then consolidate again, and then potentially breaking above, and for the uptrend to continue to the next phase, right? So this is iFast. Let's take a look at what it says on the 1GT system. Okay, so this is iFast here on the 1GT system that I have, all right, and I think somewhere around like January, all right, we had like a really good signal right here. It started to push up, the uptrend really started to form, and it went from like 350 all the way to around that like 650 level. So that was a really good push, and then I mentioned we started to consolidate, right? Started to consolidate here, all right, not much of a move, and then we had like a new signal somewhere in May, push up right here from like about 650 to about 850. We got an exit, and this is where we are right now, right? So most recently on the 30th of June, all right, we got a 1GT bullish signal right here, a green arrow pointing up, started to push up. As I say, we broke that 870, the $9 gave way as well, and we are still not seeing any exits, right? So this is where we are right now. So yeah, I think if we were to hold above that $9, as I mentioned, this stock still looks good in terms of the uptrend, big intact, all right, and we can potentially go up towards the $9.50 or $10, and we shall see if there are any exits that will come out. So yes, guys, there we have it. These are the three, all right, Singapore stocks that I like to share with you, whereby I would say the uptrend still looks quite intact for now. All right, we are seeing prices kind of like pushing higher and consolidating, and in terms of the trend indicators, it looks quite good as well, right? So you can also think about putting them in your watch list, or maybe wait for like dips to kind of get in to further ride the uptrend. So I hope you like this video, and guys, if you have liked this video as well and learned something and take away something, go ahead guys to give me a like. It will definitely help out the YouTube channel, and thank you so much for doing this. And also guys, make sure you smash the subscribe button, right? Smash the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on any videos like this that I share, and that's where we actually share a bit more on like the whole framework, the strategy in terms of the system as well, what it says. And if you want to find out a bit more on what happens behind the system, or basically how we do it, the whole entire framework of one good trend, you can also attend one of those free live webcasts that I'm still running. Alright, I'll probably put a link around this video. Go ahead to register for it, attend this live web class, and that's where we'll share with you a bit more on this entire system and how to actually get in and get out of stocks in the stock market, right? So yes, thank you so much for watching. Joey here, and I look forward to see you in the next video.